Live on the Straw Bros Sports Show YouTube page. It is the 2025 PAFL All-Star Game live here from Dick's Stadium in Kent State University as we have the PAFL All-Stars, Team White versus Team Black. We've got some beautiful jerseys as you see there on the screen. Welcome everybody to the Straw Bros Sports Show Facebook page. Ken Straub here with you as I get all of our stuff set in and ready to go. We're back in here again. So we had the 2A All-Star game earlier, which ended 14-6 for Team White over Team Black. And now we're back in here. We've got our 3A All-Star game ready to go. Proud to be in here. Proud to be on the second broadcast for this one as well. Give a big shout out to all of you guys checking in with us as we set to get started here. Let me make some minor adjustments. No running clock. So we're going to pick up on the field a bit of when some stoppages of play in terms of quarters and stuff like that. As you see, both teams are kind of starting to finish up the warm-up as we get started here. Don't adjust your screen. I'm going to make a slight camera adjustment. Just want to make sure we're all good to go here. Shout out to everybody tuning in early. As I said, both of these teams get set. And just want to remind everybody, if you were with us for the 3A game or the 2A game earlier, you already know this. But if you're joining us fresh for this one, I do not have an official roster list for each team in terms of matching up player, number, team. Number one, because there was no, or guys were not given separate jersey numbers. They were able to pick their own jerseys, so lots of duplicates. So what I do have there at the bottom of your screen, scrolling in yellow underneath our scoreboard, is all of your 2A and 3A All-Stars selected. I've got 2As first, 3As after in order of positions. So take a look at that, and when you see your All-Star, give them a shout out in the broadcast, give me a comment, let me know, and I will definitely give them some love. I am Ken Straub, one half of the Straw Bros Sports Show. Shout out to my brother Drew, who's off this weekend on a much well-deserved vacation, spending some Halloween with his buddies. So I'm running solo today, but that's all right. We're going to be tapped in here for a great All-Star game. I am the voice of the Rapids. I do the Rapids broadcasting and interviews. You can catch all of those on our Straw Bros Sports Show Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram account. But I've been tapped in. Shout out to Jermaine for allowing me not just to cover the 3A or 2A game, but to cover the 3A game as well. If you watched the 3A championship, you might be familiar with the sound of this voice, as I was on the call for that one. And this one should be an exciting one as well. I want to give a big shout out to all of these guys. Much earned and much well-deserved All-Stars here. These guys have earned their right to play in this game, and hopefully we have a great showing as well. We had a great showing in the first game as well. Those guys really showed out and represented not just their teams, but themselves and their families and their organizations very well. Just wanted to give a shout out. So yes, in our last game, we had a matchup of the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids coaching staff and the Cleveland Cobras. And now this one here, we have a matchup of the Columbus Fire coaching staff. They'll be coaching Team White, and the Ohio Broncos coaching staff. They will be coaching Team Black. So lots of veteran experience here in this game in terms of the coaching staff. And we look forward to a great game here that's about to kick off. So tap in. I know we've had a long Saturday of football. I'll update you on some of those scores around, and we'll also keep you updated as Game 7 of the World Series is tonight as well. Do have some transfer overs from that last game. I want to give a shout out to defensive lineman and offensive lineman Dustin Dye, defensive end Josh Davis, and kicker Bobby Rhodes Jr. All three of those guys were members of the 2A game. Dustin and Josh are going to hold over and play in this one, and Bobby Rhodes Jr. was kicking in both as well, so shout out to Bobby Rhodes Jr. as well. So we'll get set here to kick away. I'm going to take a second, reset, and we'll get started on the kickoff. All right, back in here. I want to give a shout out to Anna. How you doing, Anna? Watching this on the broadcast. Anna is our co-owner of the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids and the owner and creator of Falls Collective. If you or your job, your team, or just an individual are looking for social media graphics, hit up Falls Collective on Facebook, and Anna will get you hooked up. She makes all of our graphics for the Rapids and made a beautiful graphic here for me promoting the All-Star Game as well. Anna does amazing work. Hit her up. You see her comment right there. Go ahead and click on her, tag her, follow her, and hit her up. All right, so we have our whistle as we're getting ready to get started here. Team white to kick off, team black to receive. 2 returners back. So we have a last second adjustment there for the white team. All right, and this game is underway. It's going to be returned out to the 20, and he's going to cut it back around to the outside. He's going to cut it out to the 40. Will be taken out there by the 45-yard line, so a great return and a great start to this All-Star Game as we get kicked off here at Dick Stadium here at Kent State University. A big shout-out to Kent State University for having us here. Now, as I said, I don't have exact numbers to rosters, but what I can give a shout-out just off the start. Team Black quarterbacks, John Amon, Chauncey Lohman. Running backs, Trawan Marshall, Marcellus Hunt. Tight end, Danny Skalecki. Wide receivers, Antonio Batista, Jawan Hundley, Ron Brown Jr., Sequoia Magby, Tony Pirine, and Jerome Morgan. So that's your offensive unit here. But as I said, the rest of the guys scrolling along the bottom, you see your all-star, give them a shout, and I'll give them a shout-out as well. So it'll be 1st and 10 here. First play here, we're going to hand it off to the running back. He's going to be swallowed up in the backfield there for a loss. As we get tapped in here. A beautiful night for football. It was a beautiful day earlier. A bit on the chilly side, but you know what? That's football weather to me. Big shout out to my mom tapping in for the second game. What's going on, Mom? It's going to be 2nd and 12 here for Team Black. Team white showing some blitz. Going to drop back. Quarterback's going to throw it over the middle. Not going to find anybody there. Almost intercepted. So incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and long here. So we'll see what this coaching staff can cook up on 3rd and long here. And as I did say in the first game, and it goes here, this is all games, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, it doesn't matter. The defense is going to dictate the game. The defense is going to dictate how hard of a game is played here, whether this team start to run it up because nobody wants to hit or tackle, or if we really see guys really start to lay in. Now, there's a lot less numbers here in this 3A game that may come into factor at some point. But we'll worry about that when we have to. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long here for Team Black on their first possession in this All-Star game. Quarterback's going to take it, drop back, be pressured, and he's going to be sacked on 3rd down, and that's going to bring up 4th and long. Good job there by the defensive line to put pressure on that quarterback and not allow him to step up in the pocket. In fatigue, as I said, this All-Star game, a couple less guys here. Obviously, it's late in the season, or at the end of the season. Guys starting to get ready for next year. But well represented. But later in the game, that may be something to think about as we get, so guys start to kind of tire up, cramp up. We'll see if the offenses and these offensive coordinators will be able to take advantage of that, or if, like in the last game, the defensive units hold strong and keep it to a low-scoring affair. Either way, tap in. We're going to have some fun. So, Team Black is going to punt away here. 2 returners back. Running a guy in late. And he's going to punt it away. It's going to be a high one. It's going to be returned at about the 30-yard line. He's going to try to break it to the outside, but he's going to be wrapped up. Oh, he gets through the first tackle, but not through the second group. A good job of tackling there, and just about the 28-yard line. We'll see where the referee spots that ball. That's where Team White will take over on offense. We'll run through Team White real quick. Quarterback, Shamon Tate Walker and Bijan Walker. Running back, Eddie Edwards Jr. and Kavant Henderson. Tight end, Deion Hayes. Wide receiver, Asian Burt, D. Reed, Julian Hundley, Delvin Hines, Ja Folk Sr., and Malik Rocks. Your skill position guys for Team White. As I said, don't have a number to match up with every single guy. That's why they're all scrolling on the bottom of your screen there. Quarterback's going to drop back on first down here. He's going to pull to the outside, be pressure. He's going to try to throw it out. That's going to be incomplete. So I try to get the camera adjusted there. Sorry about that. As we're under the lights now here at Dick Stadium, Kent State University. Kent State opens up their MAC play this week. So they come out 4 wide receivers. Quarterback's going to hand that off. Running back's going to push that up through the middle. Push it up for a gain of about 4 or 5 there. Ran into a bunch of the football players up here in the booth, doing some film study in one of the adjacent rooms earlier. Big shout out to Mike Marshall. What's going on, Mike? Mike was named an All-Star for the 2A game from our Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Unfortunately, Mike was unable to play due to injury. He's coming back from injury as well. We cannot wait to see Mike out there for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. We freed 9 last year, and it's going to continue this year. Quarterback's going to drop back here. He's going to throw it out to his running back in the flat. He's going to be ran into by multiple defenders, and he won't get away there. Good job of gang tackling. And yes, Martin, big shout out to Shamon Walker. And yes, that does say Danny Skalecki at tight end. That is where he was officially put in, so I just followed the roster. As we pointed out, those 3A and 2A All-Stars all running along the bottom of the screen in order of position, offense to defense, both 2A and 3A. Give everybody some love. And as I say, yes, Mike bouncing back from his torn ligament, absolutely. I know Mike's putting in the hard work in the rehab, and don't know when you'll be back, Mike. I'm not going to pressure you to put that timetable out there, but we are super excited to have Mike back on the field with that defense this year. Quarterback going to drop back here. He's going to throw it over the middle. He's going to got a man open, and he's going to break 2 tackles over the 50-yard line. A great job there. Pick up a big first down and get the chains moving. And absolutely, Danny is a baller. play all over the field. We'll see exactly where. Lines up. So a fresh set of downs here for Team White. Bring up 1st and 10. Quarterback going to hand it off to the running back. Ooh, he's going to break a tackle and spin over and pick up a nice gain there. Shout out to offensive coordinator for our Cuyahoga Falls Rapids, Coach Chris Ballantyne, and in the comments still giving Danny some love. Shout out to Coach. So Team White come out early on this first drive, moving the ball nicely, mixing in runs and the throws. They're going to go empty backfield here, 3 to the top of your screen, 2 to the bottom of your screen. Quarterback going to drop back, going to take off himself. Quarterback keep. He's going to get up for the first down before he's tackled right just on the other side of that. Good job by the quarterback to pick up the first down there. See how that offense can keep trying to push this ball down the field. Going to come back out with those 2 wide receivers to each side of the ball. That running back in the backfield joining his quarterback. Quarterback going to take it. He's going to keep it for the running back, but he's going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss there. A good job by this defense to rally to the football there, blow that play up. So they break the huddle here. Wide receiver coming out to get the play from his quarterback. They're going to go trips wide to the outside. 1 wide receiver isolated up top. Quarterback going to drop back here. Pump fake. Was looking deep. Now retreats. Going to move the pocket. Scrambling away from the defense. He's going to step up in the field. He's going to launch it down the field. He's got a man down there. And it's going to be picked off and intercepted. And it's going to be taken out to the 20. He's got it out to the 30. He makes a man miss before he finally gets taken down. An outstanding play there by the DB to track the football. Quarterback kept the play alive, and unfortunately, they talk about it. Sometimes the longer that play stays alive was why your wide receivers can get open. Sometimes it allows the DBs to make a play in the ball, and that's exactly what happened there. Good track of the ball by the DB. Interception there, and that'll turn the ball over. And Team Black will come back out for another possession, try to put some points up on the board here in the first quarter of your PAFL 3A All-Star game. All right, so Team Black's going to come out that same doubles, 2 to each side of the ball, 1 running back in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to that running back. He's going to push it up the middle for a good gain there. Ooh, he got hit hard there at the first down marker, but still a nice gain there. And I will say, I said it at the beginning, and I said it multiple times in the first game, but I'm going to repeat myself so I don't have to come up with new material. The defense are going to set the tone for both of these All-Star games. The defense set the tone in the first one with some hard hits. And this second game here, as you see so far, big hits, an interception there. The defense setting the tone. I want to give a big shout out to Caitlin as well. Thank you. Or actually, let me double check that. Nope, this game officially streamed on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook page. Quarterback going to drop back here. He's going to throw it out to the flat to his wide receiver. He's going to try to bring it in to the hash for a couple yards. Just a gain of about 2 there. Big shout out to all of you checking in with us here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. Your exclusive home for Rapids football and the Strawbro Sports Show podcast. The Strawbro Sports Show, hosted by me, co-hosted by my younger brother, Andrew. We bring you a show every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:15. Tuesdays, we review the sports weekend that happened. And Thursdays, we preview the sports weekend ahead. And as always, you can check out the show, Big Bros, Big Bets, as I try to win you some money. And we always have my brother's quarterback watch as he brings the best analysis in the pro advanced football to what he sees in the college football world as well. Team Black going to drop back here on second down, going to throw it out to the wide receivers, going to make a good catch there, going to break it out to the middle, pick up a big first down and more. So as we've seen, both of these offenses trying to move the ball down the field, doing a decent job of it, but it's been the defense on both sides that's been able to make the play to stop any scoring here in the first quarter. We're not running a clock here in the All-Star game, so I'm going to try to keep track of it. I've been able to hear throughout the first game when they call quarters and 2-minute warning, so I'll do my best to keep you updated as well. So after the big first down there, it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line. Team Black going to come out, trips wide receiver to the bottom of the screen, one isolated up top. Running back in the backfield. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. Look to that outside, find a guy over the middle where it's going to be caught. Oh, no. Almost was caught, but was dropped, so that'll be incomplete. Apologize for that. Come out in that same trips formation here. Quarterback going to drop back, stepping up in the pocket, but he's going to be sacked. And he fumbled, sacked and fumbled, and it looks like Team White's going to jump on that football, and we've got another turnover. And just like that, on their other side of the half, Team Black's going to pick up the ball with an opportunity here in the first quarter to put some points on the board early. Quarterback pressured on that play. Hands got to the ball, stripped it out, and a great job by the defensive lineman to jump on that football. So now we've got a turnover. So Team White going to hand it off on first down there. I apologize. I may have said they were on the other side of the 50. They're on their own side. But moving the ball here. Gain of a couple there on first down. And this is a tough one. As obviously, these guys have not had a lot of time to practice, a lot of time to set up. This coaching staff hasn't had a lot of time to install many, different play packages. So it's going to be a lot of basic formations for these guys. But nonetheless, they want to get skill guys in space, see if they can make some plays. And on the defensive side, a lot of man coverage, a lot of man up, and see who can make a play. Excuse me. Quarterback going to throw it out to the outside here for a big pickup and first down there. See some hard hitting. But the chain's moving again. As we come to the end of the first quarter, we'll step aside here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page, and we'll be back with the second quarter of your 3A All-Star Game. Ken Straub here for Schmoopy Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Strawbro Sports Show. And I'm also here with...
Toa.
And...
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at...
Smoopy's Sweets and Treats.
All right, we're back in on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. Oh, and our first play of the second quarter is going to be a fumbled snap. Quarterback's going to pick that up, and he's going to be taken down way back in the backfield, a loss of about 10 here. One of the toughest part about your All-Star games is that center to quarterback snap. It's always important regardless, but in an All-Star game where guys don't have a lot of time, a lot of shotgun, so it's easier on both guys, but a bit of a miscommunication there. Come out here. Two wide receivers to each side. Quarterback going to throw it out to the middle. Oh, and it's going to be bobbled and picked up by the quarterback. The offensive line going to try to push him as far as they can. Still no whistle yet. And a great job by the offensive line to turn a bobbled throw caught by the quarterback into about a 6-yard gain. So we'll have a timeout here, and that'll give us a second to take a second here and update you on a foundation that's very important to us at the Strawbro Sports Show. Today I want to talk to you about Ani's Army Foundation. Started by Mark and Lynn Meyer to honor their daughter Annika, Ani's Army Foundation was formed to raise money for the research of medulloblastoma tumors and other pediatric cancers, while making a positive impact on the community and helping those families in need. Here on the website, anisarmy.org, you can follow Ani's story, a story of strength and the love that her family has with her and she has with them as she fights this battle. Here on the website, if you can, please donate via Venmo, credit card, PayPal, cash, or check. Any donation is loved and any donation is appreciated. Thank you. All right. Back in here after that early second quarter timeout. Back for your 2025 PAFL 3A All-Star Game. Scoreless first quarter. Team White going to bring motion. Quarterback going to drop back. Going to look to uncork that over the middle field. It's bobbled. Almost picked off. Had a man open. Just wasn't able to find him there. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Oh, I apologize. That's going to be a third down incompletion. So a punt away. On top of not having a clock, I don't have a down marker too. So running a little blind here, but that's all right. We're good. We're tapped in. Enjoy this All-Star game on a beautiful Saturday night here. As I said, Dick Stadium here at Kent State University. Shout out to the guys at Kent State University allowing us to use their facilities today. So, looks like they're going to keep the offense out here on 4th down. Being aggressive here in this all-star game. Going to show motion to this side of the field. Quarterback going to drop back. Going to step up in the pocket. He's going to get hit. Breakaway. And he had a man open, but he's going to fall incomplete. And now that will be a turnover on downs. Team Black will come out. Try to put some points. Be the first team to put some points on the board in this 3A all-star game. Shout out to the PAFL. And shout out to Jermaine Campbell, the commissioner, for putting on this all-star game for us. All right, so we'll see what they can cook up. Shout out to Sawyer. What's going on? Thanks for tapping in with us here on the Strawbro Sports Show. Exclusive coverage of the 3A PAFL All-Star Game. This Team Black tries to move the ball up, put our first points on the board. Quarterback going to drop back, pressured, going to step up in the pocket, going to dump it off to his wide receiver. He's got a man wide open. He's going to take it down to the 20, to the 15 before he's finally taken off. Pushed out of bounds there. A great pickup. And just like that, Team Black's going to be pushing in and going to have a first down in the red zone. Our first red zone appearance by either team so far. And they're going to look to jump on this and put some points on the board. So it's going to be 1st and 10 here. Quarterback going to hand it off the middle. Running back going to push it up the middle and try to force himself in. He's going to push it in. And yes, he's going to push it in for a touchdown. And on 2 plays, just like that, they push the ball down the field, and we've got our first points in this 3A All-Star game. So, we'll see what the choice is here on the extra point. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Going to bring a man in motion. Quarterback going to take it, keeping himself. Oh, there was a tried a misdirection there, and it kind of got blown up in the middle. A good job there by the defensive unit to take advantage of that bobble. So we've got our first points up. As it's a 6-0 ball game here in the second quarter. We'll get set for the kickoff here. As we'll get set to kick off here. All right. So, back in here. Team White going to set to return this kickoff here after the touchdown. A great job by the running back to push himself in. Bobby Rhodes Jr. set to kick the ball away. Nice kickoff. Going to be returned at about the 20. He's going to take it to the middle, bring it out to the outside. Bring it to the 25, down to the 30, before he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Oh, no, he reverses, tried to reverse field, actually lost a couple there. Good job. So we'll see how Team White can respond. First and 10 here. Quarterback going to keep that. Hand it off to the running back who's going to try to break it out to the outside. And he fumbled the football, but it's picked up again by Team White. So some fumbling issues there. Sorry about the distraction there from the broadcast. I'm going to blame that all on my guy Rico McGee from the 216 Sports Network and Falls Rapids owner Daniel Demand as well. Distracted me on the broadcast. What's going on, Daniel? In on the stream with us as well. Owner of our Falls Rapids. Quarterback going to try to uncork one here over the middle of the field. And a business decision there, and a good one at that by the DB to not go after the wide receiver there on that uncatchable football. The one thing we absolutely want for, because we had it in the 2A and in the 3A game, all of these guys to have fun, hit, but get out of here healthy as well. Quarterback going to take that. Try to find one over the middle of the field. He's got a man who breaks a tackle there, tries to make it dancing. He's going to break another tackle. He's going to break it out to the middle of the field, and he's got room. He gets tackled there finally at the 45-yard line, and a huge pickup there. And a great response so far by Team White's offense. And we started to see it in the first game, too. Like I said, these guys don't have a lot of reps with each other, not a lot of rapport with each other. As the game goes along, you see the confidence starting to build. You see the play start to get better. Guys start to link up. Guys start to get in sync with each other. So a big first down there First and 10, ball at the 45-yard line. Quarterback going to drop back. He's going to throw it out to his running back in the flat. He's going to take it out to the outside. He's going to break a couple tackles, pick up a gain of about 5 there. All right. So we head through the second quarter as we get close to halftime. Just a reminder, as I said, all your all-stars scrolling on the bottom of the screen there. Team White coming under center with big formation there. Going to hand it off to that running back. He won't get very far, though. As I said, I don't have an official roster to match up in terms of numbers to players, but what we do have is all of your 2A and 3A All-Stars scrolling on the bottom of your screen. If you catch your guy, your player, your family member, whatever it might be, give them a shout-out in the comments. I'll give them a shout-out on the broadcast. I didn't want to mess up having to match numbers with guys. Guys were allowed to wear their own numbers, so we've got lots of duplicates. But what we can do is make sure everybody gets some love there, scrolling on the bottom. Team White. Oh, and another bobble snap there. He's going to pick it up. Going to try to run it to the outside. Now he's got some space. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to break it off for a first down and more. So an absolute disaster of a play turns into a big first down there for Team White. And you know what? Sometimes a little bit of luck is what you need, but at the end of the day, the first down gets picked up. So the chains keep moving. So we'll see. This Team White tries to push themselves into their first opportunity in the red zone. We'll see how they can respond. Picking up a big first down here. Quarterback going to come under center. That jumbo set with the fullback in with the running back. Love it. Going to pitch it out to the running back, who's going to push it up to the hash. Going to try to push it up for a gain of about 5. Love to see a fullback in. I formation football. And picking up 5 yards there, or should say about 4 or 5 yards there. A nice pickup. Team White breaks the huddle. Back in. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Fullback in with the running back. Oh, and they got him. Tried to catch the defensive guys to jump off, but it does. Yep, and they did. Defensive guys were pointing to the offensive unit, but nope. Quarterback has a very, very great hard count to utilize and use it there to push himself up 5 yards, and that's going to be give him a first down, and that's going to be a timeout too. Here with about 3 minutes left, I hear the referee say in the second quarter, that's going to give us a second to step away and let the 3A fans know who from the 2A Cuyahoga Falls Rapids made the All-Star Game. What's up, Rapids fans? It's Ken Straub, your voice of the Rapids, and our first season is in the books, so now it's time to announce your 2025 PAFL All-Stars from your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. And we start with the first team. Running back, Monte Taylor. Wide receiver, Sean Smith Jr. Defensive end, Josh Davis. Defensive back, Mari Mitchell. Defensive tackle, offensive line, Dustin Dodd. DB, Anthony Spooney. Offensive lineman, Corvez Bolware. Kicker, Bobby Rhodes Jr. And for your second team, linebacker, Mark Hale. Wide We'll get back to those Rapids All-Stars here when I have a second, because we come back in. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Team White trying to push this one in. Going to hand it off to the fullback there, who's just going to pick up one. Want to bounce back on the comments. Yeah, appreciate that, Monte. Big shout out to Van Henderson in there at fullback with some nice blocks. And thank you to all of you who are tapping in with us here for this All-Star game here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page, your home of Rapids football and the Strawbro Sports Show. Team White staying in this jumbo set. Quarterback going to drop back here. Scan the field. He's going to try to step up in the pocket, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield there. Nowhere to go with the ball. Nowhere to go on the run. So, as this Team White, absolutely, that's his running back, one of the best in 3A. Absolutely, a big shout out to him. And shout out to all these guys. We got the best of the best out here today. And it does look like we've got another timeout, so I'll be able to finish the other half of our Rapids All-Stars. What's up, Rapids? Linebacker, Mark Hale. Wide receiver, Darwin Fire. Defensive back, Sham Wright. Offensive guard, defensive tackle, Nathan Pritchard. Linebacker, Boom Lumbus. Defensive lineman, DeAndre Stevens. Honorable mention, unable to play in the game due to injury, linebacker, Mike Marshall. Congratulations to all of our Rapids All-Stars, and stay tuned because the wave is spreading. All right, we're back in live on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page here at Dick Stadium for your PAFL 3A All-Star game. Team Black up 6-0 late in the second quarter here. And we have, I just wanted to be sure on that, we've got the Ohio Broncos coaching staff, and I'll update that after this play. Quarterback going to drop back here. Going to look in the end zone. Got a man, and it's bobbled and dropped. Had a man in the end zone. Wasn't able to bring it in. And I just wanted to give that shout out. So, Team White is coached by the Columbus Fire, and Team Black coached by the Ohio Broncos. A shout out to the offensive coordinator now for your Cleveland Cobras, Nate Hose, who coached a winning team in our 2A game. Team White reassembled the old Avengers coaching staff of the Rapids with Nate Hose, Savon Gibbs, Jordan Patterson, and Austin Mobley as they coached Team White to a 14-6 victory. Our best of luck to Coach Nate Hose as he takes over on the offensive side there for the Cobras, and we will be seeing him. Best wishes to him. Former Rapids offensive coordinator Savon Gibbs now with the Patricians, and Coach Jordan Patterson taking some time off from the semi-pro, pro advanced level as he gets ready to welcome a new beautiful newborn baby with his wife. Congratulations to them. Quarterback going to drop back here. Pressured. Pulls out of the pocket, but he's going to fumble that football, and it's going to be picked up at about the 10-yard line before it's fumbled again and picked up by the big man for a score. An outstanding play. We'll wait for just to double check to make sure that it's going to count, but an outstanding effort there. As they tracked the quarterback down, were able to strip the ball out. As they tried to advance it, there was another fumble that was scooped up and advanced in for a touchdown. We'll wait to see. We do have a man down or a little bit shaken up, so we'll step aside here on the view side just to make sure that everybody's okay. We'll wait for referee's decision here. All right, everybody does appear to be up and good. Okay, so from what I've heard, I can hear some of the guys on the field. There was no touchdown, but interception. Player was down. So the team white's going to come out with the football at the 13-yard line. What a big opportunity here late in the first half to put some more points on the board in this All-Star game and tie up this All-Star game for Team White. So Team White's going to come out. Empty backfield. 3 wide receivers at the top of the screen, 2 to the bottom. Quarterback going to drop back here. Throw it over the middle, and it's going to be, almost intercepted. It was dropped. A tight window. He tried to fit that ball in, and the DB had his hands on it. I know he's going to be kicking himself wanting that interception, but still a good defensive play there. So, second attempt here. Quarterback going to throw it out to his wide receiver. He's going to try to break it up the middle, try to make a couple guys miss. He's going to try to be wrapped up, but he's going to try to keep fighting. And now they're going to push him as he gets closer down at about the 1-yard line. I do say this umpiring crew definitely letting the offensive line get a massive push and push guys forward. And we've got a timeout for Team White late here in the half, as they're going to try to tie this game up at 6 apiece. We'll step away on the timeout here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. Oh, so it looks like they were about to attempt a tush push, but referee going to blow the whistle for some reason. Not exactly sure. Oh, a little bit of a sideline warning. Just having the guys on the black team just come on down a little bit. So it looks like we're going to line up for a bit of a tush push here. And they did not get the first push that they wanted, but the second one got it in, and that's going to be a touchdown on the board for Team White. Six points on the board, and our other kicker on the other side here is going to come in to try to attempt the extra point here. So, in for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, and it's going to... Oh, he faked it! And he threw it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And I'm going to rewatch the replay here because I'm not even sure. Yeah, it was a called and designed fake, executed perfectly. So a great job there by the coaching staff on Team White. After the touchdown, little sneak there. And now, late in the second quarter here, as we get closer to halftime, it is an 8-6 ball game. Team White up over Team Black. And as we do get closer to halftime, I just want to remind everybody, I'm going to keep the stream going. I'm going to play. I got a couple commercials, a couple sponsors close to our heart here at the Strawbro Sports Show that I want to give some love to, and our Rapids All-Stars. And then after that, when you come back to the stream during halftime, you're going to see just the screen black, but you'll see those All-Stars scrolling along the bottom, as I want to give all those guys some love here. And I appreciate it, Martin. Shimon Tate Walker to Jai Falk for the 2-point conversion. Appreciate that help there. And as I said, if you see your all-star make a play, give me a shout-out. As I said, I don't have a roster to match up necessarily from numbers to names to put next to each other. So kind of running blind there, but still, we've got a good game here. I want to shout out to all of you guys watching, commenting along here with us on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page, the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. If you don't mind giving us a like and a follow, you're home for Rapids football and the Strawbro Sports Show, a show where two brothers share their love of sports and their bigger love of roasting each other's teams. Usually I'm joined here in the booth by my younger brother, Andrew, who's on a well-earned vacation. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can catch the Strawbro Sports Show live, 5:15 on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. This kick's going to be returned at about the 20. He's going to take it to the 30, trying to cut it outside. Does out to the numbers, going to get tackled at about the 37, 38-yard line, and that is where this offense for Team Black will take back over, trying to put more points on the board, have some explosive plays. And are going to look to try to capitalize. Definitely say it was a beautiful day, a beautiful night, but definitely a cold one here. It's chilly up in the booth. I know it's cold down on the field for the players, as I was down there earlier. Don't have an official clock or a down marker, so not sure how much time left. Not going to believe that there's too much time here. Team Black going to go empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Going to try to throw one long down the field to try to pick up some quick yardage. Quarterback going to throw it out to his wide receiver. That's going to fall incomplete. So, referee whistle there. Not exactly sure. Not going to speculate too much. It is an all-star game. A little bit of leeway from the referees in terms of play clock and things like that, as we don't have a running clock currently, which is why you don't see one on my broadcast as well. I would be trying to keep up with who knows what. So, as we said, Team Black going to try to come out. No running backs. Empty backfield here. Try to pick up some chunky yardage to try to maybe get in position for a field goal. They are going to bring a late guy back in. Flank next to the quarterback. Extra blocker in there. Quarterback going to drop back. He's going to be pressured and sacked immediately in the backfield. Hit hard. And a great job there by the defensive line. And that's going to do it for the first half here. So that'll bring us to halftime. Here at Dick Stadium, Kent State University, for your 3A All-Star game. As I said, we're going to step away from the broadcast here at halftime. I'm going to keep that scroll. I'm going to put that scroll back up after a commercial break. Stay tuned in here on the Straw Bro Sports Show Facebook page for your second half of the PAFL 3A All-Star game. Ken Straub here for Schmoopy Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Straub Bros Sports Show. And I'm also here with
Toa.
And
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at
Smoothies. Sweets and treats.
Today I want to talk to you about Ani's Army Foundation. Started by Mark and Lynn Meyer to honor their daughter Annika, Ani's Army Foundation was formed to raise money for the research of medulloblastoma tumors and other pediatric cancers, while making a positive impact on the community and helping those families in need. Here on the website, anisarmy.org, you can follow Ani's story, a story of strength and the love that her family has with her and she has with them as she fights this battle. Here on the website, if you can, please donate via Venmo, credit card, PayPal, cash, or check. Any donation is loved and any donation is appreciated. Thank you. What's up, Rapids fans? It's Ken Straub, your voice of the Rapids, and our first season is in the books, so now it's time to announce your 2025 PAFL All-Stars from your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. And we start with the first team. Running back, Monte Taylor. Wide receiver, Sean Smith Jr. Defensive end, Josh Davis. Defensive back, Mari Mitchell. Defensive tackle, offensive line, Dustin Dodd. DB, Anthony Spooney. Offensive lineman, Corvez Bolware. Kicker, Bobby Rhodes Jr. And for your second team, linebacker, Mark Hale. Wide receiver, Darwin Filey. Defensive back, Sham Wright. Offensive guard, defensive tackle, Nathan Pritchard. Linebacker, Boom Lumbus. Defensive lineman, DeAndre Stevens. Honorable mention, unable to play in the game due to injury, linebacker, Mike Marshall. Congratulations to all of our Rapids All-Stars, and stay tuned because the wave is spreading. All right, so we're already back in. We had a very, very abbreviated halftime, which I definitely appreciate. Hopefully the players are hydrated and ready to go back in here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page, live at Dick's Stadium. Apologize for my other audio coming in. But here at Dick's Stadium, Kent State University for your 3A All-Star game here in the PAFL. Team White up over Team Black 8-6 right now as we're about to get this third quarter started here in the second half of football. Ken Straub here, one half of the Strawbro Sports Show here on the broadcast. And as I said, we have both teams ready to kick off here. All of your 2A and 3A PAFL All-Stars scrolling there on the bottom of your screen. Do not have an official roster to match up in terms of numbers to players. All the players are wearing their numbers for their team, so we have lots of duplicates, so don't want to make any mistakes on the calls there. So instead, we give them all a little bit of their own love there at the bottom of the screen. You see your all-star, shout them out. You see your all-star, make a play, shout them out. We'll give them some love. So a squib kick gets us underway here in the second half. It's going to be taken by the returner at about the 15. He's going to bring it out to the 30. Going to try to bring it out to the numbers down to the 40. Make a man miss. Juke the cameraman out of his shoes and get taken out about the 50-yard line. So reset the camera back in place, handling it all myself. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in with us here live on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. Appreciate all of the views. As we said, here for our second All-Star game. We had the 2A game earlier. Shout out to all of our Rapids guys and all of the rest of the guys who played in the game as well. Team White, 14-6 victors over Team Black. Quarterback going to hand it off on our first play officially from scrimmage there in the second half and pick up a gain of a couple. So it'll be second down here. This Team White looks to kind of continue where they left off. Quarterback going to drop back. He's going to throw it out to his wide receiver, who's going to try to make that move, but he's going to not be able to make that into anything. Going to be tackled back for a loss. So not moving forward yet. Trying to get that camera just adjusted a little bit. Thank you for your patience. So, we got a timeout here. So we'll see what Team White can try to cook up here. Going to come out. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side of the ball, 1 running back in the backfield with the quarterback. Been pretty standard, although this Team White has brought out a fullback, run some power formation. We'll see if they switch to that as they get a bit closer. Quarterback going to drop back here, pressured, going to throw it down the field. Got a man down there, but it's going to be picked off by Team Black. And although a whistle was blown, I'm going to kind of question that there because there was a wide receiver play down here where the wide receiver caught it and fell and picked up and ran. So not sure why the DB wasn't able to return that one for a touchdown, but we'll give him his love anyways. It was a great job there on the interception to find and track that ball. They're going to call him down at the spot. All right, so Team Black takes over for their first possession of the second half. Going to come out, same 4 wide receivers, a lot of double sets, 2 wide receiver to each side of the ball, 1 running back in the backfield. Quarterback going to take this, try to keep it himself, and he's going to push that up the middle of the field for a gain of about 4. Great job there. While the teams break the huddle there, we'll start to kind of update you on what's going around in the sports world today. But we'll get set here for second down. Quarterback going to throw it out to his wide receiver, out to the outside, pick up just a couple yards there. As I said, we'll roll around the country. I know everybody tuned in, interested in what's going on in the college football world. Notre Dame up 12-7 late in the third. Number 16, Louisville up 21-16. Florida and Georgia 10-10 at a halftime. Number 2, Indiana taking care of Maryland 27-10. And Texas Tech, number 13, up 19-14 on Kansas State. Virginia up 17-7 on Cal. Ole Miss up 17-7 on South Carolina. And Michigan and Purdue locked in 7-7. And my Nebraska Cornhuskers, my team that's back this year, up 7-0 early on Nebraska. So it'll be third down here for Team Black. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Running back's going to get a very minimal gain there. It's going to bring up 4th and decision time as we continue our roll around the college football scores. NC State currently up 14-10 on number 8 Georgia Tech. And some games that finished. Number 1 Ohio State 38-14 victors over Penn State. Texas 34-31 winners over Vanderbilt. Miami goes down to SMU 26-20 in overtime. And West Virginia upsets Houston 45-35. And that'll take you around your college football scoreboard. And for an update, anybody who is watching or maybe peeking in the background, Game 7 of the World Series is kicked off as well. Bottom of the first there, just kicking off. I will be poking in on that, so I will keep you updated there as well. And you can keep me updated in the comment section as well. Ooh, so we had a bit. Yep, we're going to have a whistle. And now, they called the jump at first. Or I thought they were, but no, we're going to have a false start. And that's going to back them up even further. So, now we'll see what the play call is here. Backed up deep on 4th down. We've seen some trickery on 4th down in both games from both offenses. So we'll see what we've got cooked up here. Oh, we're going to have a bit of a pooch putt. And it's going to bounce to about the 30-yard line. So the smart play there, even in the All-Star game there, and that will flip the field, and that is where Team White will take over. Here in the third quarter, 8-6, Team White over Team Black. Here in your 3A All-Star game, all of your 2A and 3A All-Stars scrolling down at the bottom of your screen. So, if you catch your All-Star's name, or if one of your All-Stars makes a play, give them a shout out in the comments, or give them a shout out in the broadcast as well. As I did mention before, don't have a running clock, so we're kind of doing it on the fly. Referee keeping the time down on the field. I've been able to hear some of the bigger calls in terms of halves and quarters and 2-minute warnings. And don't have an official roster to match up necessarily player to number because a player's wearing duplicate numbers. So that's why you see them all scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Give a shout out, Bobcast Nation. And shout out, I see him in there watching, Monte Taylor, one of our offensive all-stars from the Rapids, and a new father. This girl just had a baby. Congratulations, Monte. Our best well wishes to you, the baby, and the missus. Much love your way. Pickup of almost no gain there. Actually backed up a couple yards there. Sorry, back up one there. A loss of 1 on that play. So we'll see what Team White can try to cook up here, try to extend that lead out. Big plays help them on their scoring drive. We'll see if they can cook up some of those. They're going to go trips wide receiver to the bottom of your screen, 1 solo up top, 1 running back in the backfield with the quarterback. Quarterback going to drop back to pass here. Going to look over the middle of the field. He's got a man open, caught again, out for a first down, trying to come all the way down to the side to find his blocker. Stiffs arms a man and gets out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. A great job there. Absolutely appreciate you, Monte, and cannot wait to see you back in a Rapids uniform this season. Monte Taylor, the #1 running back in all of Pro Advance, put up some monster stats, led the PAFL 2A in all running back stats, and if you match them up with some of the 3A guys, goes toe for toe for them as well. One of the most electric running backs in all of Pro Advance. And glad he's in a Rapids uniform, that's for sure. So back here we are in the 3A All-Star game. Team White moving the ball now, almost to the other side of the 50-yard line. Quarterback going to drop back here. Take a deep drop, scan, and he's going to throw it out to the outside. Got his man again. Oh, but he slipped up there right at the line of scrimmage, and that is definitely a win for the defense for the way he's been able to catch the ball and move it. And the most disappointing part about running through all these scores with you and running through the World Series is I myself, no active parlays today. Too focused on the job today. But best believe we'll be cooking up something tomorrow. But check in on the Straw Bros Sports Show for Big Bros Big Bets to find out if our locks of the week and our upsets did hit. Quarterback going to take it and keep it himself on the fake handoff, run it out to the outside for a pickup of about 3 or 4 there. Little miscommunication on the quarterback keep, but still able to turn it into the positive yards. As the clock does tick away on the field down here towards the end of the third quarter. As I did mention, no running clock and no down marker, so we're kind of winging it here. But you know what? That's all right. Got us a good game of football, and it's more about these guys representing themselves, their families, and their organization. Quarterback going to drop back here, be pressured, and he's going to be wrapped up and sacked in the backfield there. A great job by this defensive unit to get in on the quarterback. I do see Josh Davis down there. I want to give some love to him, playing in both games. Looks like number 10 in there on the sack. I do believe, from what I can see this far up, I believe a Rams helmet. So, it's going to be 4th down here. Team White going to punt that ball away. One returner back at about the 20-yard line for Team Black to receive this punt. Here under the lights at Dick Stadium, Kent State University. Big shout out to them for hosting us for both 2A and 3A All-Star games. Give a love to the big man in the punt. Oh, and we've got a whistle. Too many men on the field. All right, so back them up a couple yards there, and we'll reset on 4th down. Ball is back, and they're going to get the punt away. It's going to take a bounce and stopped at about the 30-yard line. Team White trying to proclaim that somebody on Team Black touched the football, but don't think the referee was buying that one. So that is where Team Black will take over, down 6-8 here in the 3rd quarter, looking to try to get that offense rolling again. It does look like it is still 0-0, Dodgers and Blue Jays, end of the 1st, in Game 7 of the World Series. If you're tapped in here and not watching, which I appreciate, but I also call you a little crazy because even I want to watch Game 7 right now. 8-6, PAFL All-Star Game. Oh, and we've got, and it actually looks like a heads-up play to make a bad play not worse, but the defensive lineman there jumped over, tapped the offensive lineman, and make a 5-yard penalty because they didn't have enough guys on the field, which could potentially have turned into a huge play. So kind of a heads-up play there by the defensive players to take something that was going to be bad and not allow it to get worse. All right, so now we're good. Reset. 1st and 5. 11 on each side now. Showing motion. Going to hand it off to the running back. He's going to try to break it out to the outside, to the bottom of your screen, cut it back up before he gets met by multiple members of that defense there. Right near the 1st down, and he does just pick up enough, so that's going to be a 1st down. Moving the chains. As we're creeping late into the 3rd quarter here. Showing motion again. Quarterback going to give it to the motion man who's going to break it up to the middle and push up for a good gain there. So Team Black bringing that guy in motion multiple times, but finally there on that play, giving it to him on the handoff. or the pitch, I should say. A nice little gain. As you can see, both of these offenses trying to get in sync, but hard with the limited amount of time. So we have a stoppage and a whistle here. So that'll give us a second. We'll take a pause here on the Strawboro Sports Show page. We'll be back in a second. What's up, Rapids fans? It's Ken Straub here for Schmoopy's Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Strawboro Sports Show. And I'm also here with
Toa.
And
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at
Smoothies. Sweets and Treats.
All right, back in for the start of the fourth quarter here in the 3A PAFL All-Star Game. We got a fumbled snap, picked up by the running back, taken up the middle for a couple yards. So, as we get the fourth quarter started here, Dick Stadium at Kent State University, Ken Straub of the Strawboro Sports Show, proud to be in on the official broadcast here for your 3A PAFL All-Star Game. Shout out to all of you tapping in with us right now on your Saturday night. And if you've been in for both games, I extra appreciate the love and the viewership. All of these guys have worked very hard to get here and to be here. And I know they appreciate your viewership as well as I do. So, Team Black's going to break the huddle. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side of the ball, 1 running back in the backfield. A familiar formation, an easy formation for these coaches to kind of get everybody in and get some plays run. Quarterback going to drop back here. Going to be pressured and sacked. I'm sorry, pressured and threw the ball away. There was a bit of a discussion there for some intentional grounding. Did see the referee pick that flag up. However, it is 4th down, so not going to make a difference there. Going to wave the flag off. And that's where Team White will take over after the turnover on downs to start the fourth quarter. Not a great offensive drive there for Team Black as they're trying to get back in, down 8, only down 8-6, but still down 8-6. So we'll see what Team White can do as they break the huddle. The ball is going to be placed at the 50-yard line. As they come out with that same formation, 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom, 1 running back in the backfield. Quarterback going to drop back to pass here, going to throw it over the middle. He's got a man, tried to fit it into that window, but no, could not. That'll fall incomplete. So we'll see what Team White can cook up here. We're getting into this fourth quarter now. Two wide receivers to each side of the football. Quarterback going to drop back to pass here. He's going to look out in the flat. He's got a wide receiver there. Wasn't able to get anything after the catch, but it's still a good pickup of about 8 yards. Bring up some short yardage situation. Offense making some substitutions here, getting everybody in, getting everybody a chance. Team Black looking to make a big play here on defense, try to get their offense the ball back here in the fourth quarter, give them a chance to take the lead here, playing for pride. Team White going to come out, empty backfield. All 4 wide receivers stacked to the top of your screen. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. Look over the middle of the field. He's got a man open. Caught for a first down out the 30-yard line. Trying to push again for a little bit more. Referee's going to stop it there, but a big first down catch there. Team White's going to move the chains. Looking to ice this game out. A low-scoring game. Both defenses putting hats to the ball. Many of them. And we've seen some big explosive plays from both offenses, just not able to really sustain the drives so much, which is very difficult in an all-star game, especially in an all-star game in which the defenses are playing as hard as both of these defenses are. I should say all 4 defenses, if you include the 2A game as well. Makes it difficult for offenses that haven't spent a lot of time with each other to really kind of get in sync and find a rhythm. We'll see what they can do here. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. Step up in the pocket, and that's going to be deflected and almost intercepted. Defensive lineman almost got his hands on it. But nonetheless, a good job there to bend but not break so far by Team Black's defense. All right, so Team White breaks the huddle here. Ball at the 29-yard line. Looking to get into the red zone. They hand it off to the running back who's going to push it up the middle for a gain of a couple. As we said, we get into the fourth quarter. No running clock, no down marker, so we're kind of winging it, but I do know we are in the thick of the fourth quarter. Possession's going to start to be precious and to a minimum here. Team White coming out. Going to bring motion. Quarterback going to drop back, look towards that motion man. He's going to throw it up top to him. But it'll fall incomplete. want to give a big shout out to our Rapids media team. Was tapped in heavily for that first game on the 2A. Although I do want to then give them all a thumbs down for leaving me solo dolo all here by myself for the 3A game. Cannot wait to see what our media team was able to cook up for that game. I know it will be the best in the PAFL because that is what the Rapids media team is, the best in the PAFL. Quarterback going to drop back here, pressured, steps away, cannot step away. And that one's going to fall incomplete. I apologize for missing that one, but the pass did fall incomplete. So now we have another turnover on downs. And Team Black will have another opportunity for themselves to try to get in the end zone, maybe get in field goal range for Bobby Rhodes Jr. and try to take the lead here. Not much time remaining. Not exactly sure how much time. The scoreboard is not active. So time being kept on the field by the referee crew. All right, so Team Black breaks the huddle. 2 wide receivers each side of the ball, 1 running back in the backfield with the quarterback. Time becoming precious. Not many more opportunities to have the ball. Quarterback going to drop back here, hand it off to the running back. Running back's going to cut it out to the outside, and he's going to break some tackles and pick up just about a first down there. Going to make that second and very short. Thank you for all of you tapping in with us, too, for this 3A All-Star game. If you see your 2A or 3A All-Star scrolling at the bottom of the screen, give them a shout-out. We'll give them a shout-out here on the broadcast. Team Black trying to pick up a first down here. Going to hand it back off to the running back who's going to make a play, get hit hard and wrapped up, but is going to pick up enough to move the chains. Which is most important, is Team Black trying to get some flow, get some rhythm to the offense, moving the sticks. So they're looking to take the lead here, down 8-6. Showing a little tempo here too, I like that. That many guys to sub in and out for each squad, so taking advantage of the tempo could be a key here. Quarterback going to take that, hand it off to the running back again. He's going to cut it out to the numbers, make a spin move, and break a tackle there, pick up a nice gain of about 6. Don't let me short him. That's a gain of 7. So that's going to bring up second and short. And this is where the challenge has been, picking up those first down consistents, not relying on just the big play. Team Black starting to do that right now. Took them a couple quarters, but finally starting to find that rhythm. Trawan Marshall with the last 2 carries. I appreciate Martin. Martin, you've been an absolute asset to the broadcast here in the 3A game, and I appreciate you. Quarterback going to take that, hand it off again up the middle for a big hole, and he picks up a big first down and big gain out to about the 35-yard line. A nice run there. Way to follow the hole, way to follow his blockers, and pick up a big first down. And Team Black offense absolutely cooking right now. Mixing in the run, mixing in the quick throws, absolutely picking up some good yardage, trying to drive down and get into the red zone here. And I see all of you tapped in with us. I appreciate all of you. As he's going to hand it off to the running back again, who's going to pick up a gain of about 5 there. Sorry, I was looking down. Got myself caught there. Appreciate all of you for tapping in with us here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. Your exclusive broadcast of your PAFL 2A and 3A All-Star games. Here for the 3A. If you didn't catch the 2A game, tap in on the Strawbro Sports Show page. Is right there underneath this one. You'll be able to tap in, see all of our All-Stars. Yes, absolutely, DeMario Davis, Cleveland Rams, well represented here. And making plays as well. Easy to spot those Rams helmets from up here. So we'll see if Team White's defense can try to bend but not break as well. Some kind of penalty or mishap there. Going to move the chains forward. And yes, absolutely, shout out to Trinity Trifecta for uniforms for both PAFL All-Star games. Absolutely amazing unis sported by both teams. So, in the red zone now, we'll see if Team Black can capitalize. Going to bring motion. 3 wide receivers stacked to the top. Quarterback going to hand it off. Running back slipped, got back up, but he's not going to get anywhere there. He's actually going to lose a yard or 2 on that play. So after all the going forward, a bit of a step back. We'll see if they can continue to push forward. Only down 2. Down 8-6. Here in the fourth quarter. And yes, I did hear the whistle and hear the announcement. We have reached the 2-minute warning. So we'll let the players pause and we'll take a step aside here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. We'll be back for the last 2 minutes of this All-Star game. All right, back in here for your last 2 minutes of this football game. And that one's going to be thrown into the end zone and caught for a touchdown. And Team Black takes advantage of the penalty and the drive down the field and caps it off with a great touchdown. A great throw to the outside to the wide receiver. And it does look like, yep, Bobby Rhodes Jr. is going to come in to attempt the extra point here. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is blocked. And it's going to be picked up by the returner. He's going to try to take it out to the 30, but the football was fumbled, picked back up, trying to advance it, but eventually now they'll be taken down. So, with under 2 minutes left in this game, it is an 8-12 ball game. And there's still going to be an opportunity here for Team White to try and score and take this one late. So, I'm going to leave the camera here. Unfortunately, I have a technical difficulty that I can't avoid, so I'm going to have to step away just for a second. I will get you caught up with every bit of action. Actually, just in case I don't get back in time, I'm going to reset the camera out so you don't miss anything. We'll be back with the auto right here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page. All right, we're back. Didn't miss anything. An amazing job on the kickoff return there. Bring that ball out to over midfield and give the team white, with under 2 minutes left in this game, an opportunity still to steal this victory in what has been a very closely contested and fought all-star game. As I said, a big shout out both of these teams, all of these players all around the country. I should say all around this area. Representing not just themselves, their teams, their families, their names, but representing this league, the PAFL, to its highest So not much time left here. Quarterback going to drop back. Pressure. He's going to throw it out to the outside. He's going to be caught. Team White trying to hurry it up. Not much time left remaining here. Quarterback going to drop back. Scans the field. Tries to uncork one deep. And he's going to call it incomplete. Highly contested ball fought for there by the wide receivers and the DBs. .106 is what I'm hearing on the clock. So time ticking away. Not much time left here to come up with a game-winning play. But we'll see who can step up in the moment. Quarterback going to move around the pocket. Pressured. Steps up now. Trying to find a man. Going to throw it out to his wide receiver out by the numbers. He's going to take it, try to cut it back. And he's going to be tackled. Quick timeout called. Smartly. So that timeout gives us a second to reset. As I said, we're well under a minute left in the fourth quarter. Team White down 8-12. Looking for the touchdown that will put them ahead here late in the 3A All-Star game here in the PAFL. Proud to be in here at Dick Stadium here at Kent State University. Ken Straub from the Strawbro Sports Show on the call. One half of the Strawbro Sports Show podcast and one half of your Rapids broadcast. Excited to have been in for not just the 3A game or the 2A game, but the 3A game as well. Proud to have all these guys' names scrolling on the bottom of your screen. Much well deserved for both leagues, both 3A and 2A. All of those All-Stars scrolling along the bottom. So, empty backfield here for Team White. Not much time left. And they'll pick up a free 5 yards. Oh. But no. And that's a tough one, and you can see the disappointment on Team White. They thought they had a free 5 yards, but they called a false start. Okay, so referee is going to reverse that decision, is going to call the offsides, so that will give them the first down, move the sticks, but less than moving the sticks, the first down pickup is big. Couple more opportunities to try to get this ball into the end zone. Down late, Team White trying to mount the comeback. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. And he's going to take one shot down the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught. We'll have a quick timeout, as it's going to set up a first down in the red zone. Appreciate everybody for staying with us as this game has really picked up here in the fourth quarter. Not much time left on the clock. Whatever that might be, it's being held down on the field by the officials. Only a couple opportunities left here for Team White to try to get this ball in the end zone and steal this all-star game late. You can tell by the way that these guys are playing. It absolutely means something. They want to win this game for pride more than anything else. And a shout out to all 4 all-star teams. A great showing and representing in this game as well. So empty backfield here. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. He's going to take it himself. He's going to roll that way. Look in the end zone, but that's going to be incomplete. Time winding down. Not many opportunities left. We'll see who here can step up and make a play here in crunch time. Can somebody on this defensive unit for Team Black get a stop, get an interception, force a fumble, and can somebody on the offense for Team White, can somebody get open, make a play for their quarterback, and try to steal this all-star game? Quarterback going to drop back here. Look in the end zone, and it'll be incomplete. A big hit on a wide receiver there. A bit, I don't know, be too critical. A bit unnecessary. It was a tough hit on a guy who didn't have a real chance to make a play on the ball, but coaching staff will come out and take a look at him. All right, so wide receiver up under his own power, which is good to see. As we said, most importantly, aside from representation, make sure everybody gets out of this game healthy, getting ready for next season as all of those off-season workouts and 7-on-7s is kind of started here as the teams start to move into their indoor workouts for the wintertime. So empty backfield here late in the fourth quarter. Team White trying to steal. Trying to steal this All-Star game late. Little sidewind warning again for Team Black. Just telling them to step back a little bit. As we get set here. Empty backfield. Game on the line here. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. Scan the field. He's going to try to step up in the pocket. Look for a man in the end zone. And it's going to be caught. And he caught it for a touchdown. A great job by the quarterback to step up in the pocket and find his wide receiver. And a big shout out there. You've seen one of the defense, I'm going to assume a teammate over from Team Black coming over to congratulate his teammates. As you see, it's all love here on both sides. Both guys want to win, but players from players from the same team kind of split up throughout both of these All-Star games. So great to see that teammate love shine through. A great job there to put that in the end zone. And as I said, I don't know what the official time is, so I don't know how much time is going to be left for Team Black here. So I do need to update the scoreboard. We'll see. Yep, does look like they're going to go for 2 to try to put this out of reach and force Team Black to come up with a miracle. However, leaving the door open on a miss here for a potential game-winning field goal. We'll see what happens here on the 2-point conversion. They're going to go empty backfield. Quarterback going to take it. Going to try to keep it himself. He's going to run it to the outside and toss it in. And it's going to fall incomplete. So, I'll try to listen for an official time on the field, but I know there cannot be much time left. As I want to give an update here, bottom of the third in Game 7 of the World Series, Blue Jays up 3-0 right now on the Dodgers. So if you're keeping an eye there, I'm keeping you updated as well. So, one last kickoff here, potentially. Excuse me. I do believe I heard 21 seconds. So, not a lot of time, but in football time, that's a lot of time. So 21 seconds left here on the clock. And for Team Black, going to look to try to take advantage of this kickoff. Going to try to get this ball as far up as you possibly can. Give your quarterback an easier opportunity to kind of dink and dunk up the field and potentially give Bobby Rhodes Jr. an attempt at a game-winning field goal. We'll see what can play out. And if you're Team White, stay in your lanes, make a tackle, don't get out of place, and you could be able to potentially pin this team back and not really give them an easy opportunity to advance down the field. So it gets set to kick off. Going to take it out to the 30. Going to try to break it out to the outside. And he does. Gets out to the 40. Makes a couple men miss. Okay, so I heard 5 seconds left is what I heard down there. So I don't believe 21 was actually correct. But nonetheless, 5 seconds left. 1 opportunity, maybe 2 potentially, unless there's a very quick throw out. This will be your last play of the game. Going to give Team Black 1 opportunity. 9 seconds is what I'm hearing. Sorry, trying to pick this all up on the fly. So it's going to come down to this. 9 seconds left. Team Black going to have 1, maybe 2 opportunities to try to advance this ball down the field. They do have an all-star kicker lined up on their side. Bobby Rhodes Jr. from the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. No stranger to game-winning field goals. But going to need some help before he has that opportunity here. Team Black, come out. No running backs. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers. Team White pressing back. I should say stepping back. Told not to press up too far. Don't give up the touchdown here. Quarterback going to drop back. Pressured. Steps up in the pocket, but he's going to... Oh, he gets away from it. He's going to have an opportunity to throw this one down the field. Oh, and it's dropped. I apologize. It was dropped by the corner. He had a clear opportunity. And that's going to do it. Apologize for you not seeing that last one. But it did fall incomplete. DB had an opportunity to get his hands on it. Didn't make it to the end zone either. And that's going to do it for your 3A PAFL All-Star Game. As both teams did in the first game, meeting in the middle here. This is what it's all about. It's all love. It's all recognition from both sets of these players and coaching staffs. I want to give a big shout out to all of these guys who have just on this entire day between the 3A and the 2A have absolutely represented the PAFL in the best possible way with some good football, some hard tackling, some explosive plays, and most importantly, the respect amongst teammates and brothers that you expect to see in an all-star game. That'll do it for me here. It's been a long day here at Dick Stadium, here at Kent State University, but we're finally going to wrap it up here for the Strawbro Sports Show. 14-12, Team White over Team Black in the 3A All-Star Game, and 14-6, Team White over Team Black in the 2A All-Star Game. So both of those teams coming out on top. Congratulations to all of our coaching staffs that were able to coach in both of these games. Shout out to all of the players, all of our media staff who was here helping as well. And a big shout out to Jermaine Campbell, the owner and commissioner of the PAFL. An absolute great showing today. And I was blessed to be able to have the opportunity to do both of these games. So I shout out to them and shout out to all of you. I appreciate all of you commenting, watching today, sharing it along from both games. It's very, very much appreciated. So signing off here for the Strawbro Sports Show, I am Ken Straub, and I will see you next week for the Strawbro Sports Show. If you're already here on the page, give us a like and a follow, and tap in with us Tuesday as we will review this entire sports weekend. I'll give a little review of both of these games, but we'll tap in for your college review, and we'll talk about Game 7 of the World Series. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend and a good night. That'll do it for us. And as always, please remember to love yours.